it is possible for somebody to have a two results that will look as if that person have PCOS. Number one, you can have results in your hormones that will be like you have PCOS. You have results in your AMH that will show that you have PCOS. Now, let us now categorize PCOS. Personally, I can categorize PCOS into three categories. Number one is when you have PCOS in your hormonal assay, but you do not have in your AMH. If you fall to these categories, the problem is not too much. Listen carefully. Category 1, when you have a PCOS in your LH and FSH that shows that you have PCOS, but your AMH you do not have, that is category 1. For these people, it means the hormonal imbalance that you have with your LH and FSH has not affect the quality of eggs in your ovary. Your matter is very simple. What you don't need to do is you don't need somebody who understands how to manage this situation. I'm going to talk about the management. So now check if you have results in your hand. Check if you have LH and FSH like in ratio 3:1, very close to ratio 3:1. That means you have PCOS. But your hormones, your AMH is fall between 1 and 3.5. No problem. That means your case is not too serious. Category 2, when you have hormonal assay, you have PCOS in hormonal assay, and you have PCOS in your AMH. That means this is category B. This is a very challenging one. It means the PCOS, the hormonal imbalance that you have in your LH and FSH has affected the quality of eggs in your ovary. For people like anybody that falls to this category B, you must stay away from anything that will stimulate your ovary to produce egg. You will end up having ovarian cyst. Ovarian cyst is a result of PCOS, is a result of ovaries that is of PCOS that you now take something to force out the eggs, and that egg fail to mature and hang on the surface of the ovary. That is what we call ovarian cyst. It's the same thing as follicular cyst. When it has not become problem, we call it ovarian cyst or follicular cyst. If somebody now told you, take clomid, take letrozole, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you continue to take letrozole, then the ovary will be damaged. Then you now be like, you will have what we call this hemorrhagic cyst. This means the cyst you have in your ovary on the surface of the ovary has become problem, started bleeding. Don't take anything. Don't take this group 2 is a serious problem. When you have your LH and FSH and AMH, 10 points to that you have PCOS. Yes, it is PCOS that leads to cysts. It is PCOS. When the ovary, I told you at the beginning of this chat, I said the ovary will, if you have PCOS, the ovary will not produce egg that will mature and become dominant and drop as egg. That's what I told you at the beginning. So if you have PCOS, your ovary is supposed not to produce egg at all. And this could be affect your menstrual period, could be regular, because at that point in time, the ovary is not in the right sense of duty. So, but if you now start adding clomid, adding letrozole, adding injections, or boiled turmeric, boiled ginger, add glues, add honey, that is when you now develop cyst. In the real sense of it, there are some women that they don't take all this but they still have ovarian cyst. It's because their body wants to produce egg at all costs, but the hormones is not balanced. So naturally, they develop ovarian cyst. So now that is category 2. The category 3 is this. You can write it down. You have hormonal imbalance is better. You have no PCOS in the hormonal imbalance. But in your AMH, you have PCOS. You see this category 3. These are the worst group. We need to know that you have PCOS. That means you will do LH and FSH. LH and FSH. Number 2, you do LH, you do AMH. If the value of your LH to FSH is like ratio 3:1, it means you have PCOS. If your AMH is above 3.5, it means you have PCOS. Let me tell you something. The good value for AMH is between 1 and 3.5. When it's above 3.5, you have PCOS. So now, all of us now, we've agreed that there are 2 indicators for PCOS. 2 indicators for you to know that you have PCOS. I'm going to tell you the signs and symptoms of it. Let us just analyze this stage by stages first. Those 2 indicators is your hormones, LH and FSH. The second one is AMH. So what I'm talking about now is if you have group A or category A, listen, if you have your hormonal acid, that means LH and FSH, shows that you have PCOS. Category A, I tell you, these are the people that have their hormones have PCOS, but their AMH do not have PCOS. This means if any professionals told you that you have PCOS and that person runs scan for you, listen, that person runs scan for you and says you have PCOS, what you need to do, don't stress yourself, do LH, FSH and AMH. If your AMH does not have PCOS and your LH and FSH is the one that is showing that you have PCOS, don't stress yourself. You do not have much problem. You just need somebody to help you. So if anybody now do a scan, from the scan you can know that this person have PCOS. And if you do scan and they tell you that you have ovarian cyst or you have follicular cyst, there is a tendency that you may have PCOS. Don't stress. Just go and do LH, FSH, compare the 2 results and AMH. If you find out that in your hormonal test, LH and FSH, you have PCOS, but you do not have in your AMH, your AMH is just between 1 and 3.5. Don't stress yourself. Your matter is very simple. Just go and look for somebody, a professional, who understands the nitty-gritty of hormonal imbalance. You don't get belly. But category 2, if you have hormonal, you have in your hormone, you have PCOS. In your AMH, you have PCOS. This is a serious one. What does that mean? You know, for the first one means the hormonal imbalance that you have has not affected the quality of health in your ovary. But when you are talking about the category 2, listen, AMH is PCOS, LH and FSH is PCOS. It means the hormonal imbalance that you have affected the quality of health in your ovary. For people like you, now you they go to online, they did take ginger plus garlic, mix with honey, boil for 10 minutes and take. If you find yourself in category 2, you have problem in your hand. I take God beg you. If any professional is telling you take anything that will prevent you from producing egg, stay away from it, because already hormonal imbalance that you have has affected the quality of egg in your ovary. So if you take anything to stimulate your ovary, you end up have ovarian cyst or have follicular cyst or have a demonic cyst or hemorrhagic cyst. Immediately, as soon as they are writing all this for you, I'm telling you, you've already had problem. o ti ní problem nìyẹn o.